gmna uses artificial intelligence for generated speech, visuals, and production. AI-generated content may contain errors. Please verify important information before making decisions or taking action.
Good evening, Saratoga. The county fair is kicking off with crafts and family fun, and traffic's clear across the thruway. Tonight's weather looks mild with a chance of breezy evenings, and we'll preview the Guns N' Roses and Tim McGraw concerts. Over to you, Diana.
Guns N' Roses are scheduled to rock the Saratoga Performing Arts Center next Saturday, August 1, headlining the summer concert series for an evening of classic rock.
General admission tickets start at $30. With premium seating available for $70, and early bird discounts expire tomorrow for all fans.
The concert will feature opening performances by local blues band the Saratoga Shuffle, with food trucks offering gourmet tacos and craft sodas throughout the venue.
Lots to get to tonight, from music to community events, so stay tuned and let's dive right in together now. Good evening, Saratoga Springs. Yesterday, the Saratoga County Fair opened its gates at the county fairgrounds, and the celebration is already buzzing with locals and visitors. Organizers have rolled out rows of handcrafted stalls, from quilts to wood carvings, while history exhibits showcase the fair's more than 175-year legacy. Families wander between carnival rides, petting zoos, and interactive games, and vendors line the midway with fresh lemonade and fairground treats. The midway lights twinkle against the early summer sky, and the scent of popcorn drifts along Broadway. Fairgoers of all ages are sampling demonstrations, antique tractor displays, and live music that echo the community's long-standing tradition. With the fair running through the end of the week, the county expects a steady stream of tourists and residents alike to keep the spirit of the Spa City alive.
The horror picture Bridgeport is set to kick off filming in Schenectady this Thursday, marking the first major movie production in the capital region this summer. City officials said the crew's arrival will add a burst of activity to the downtown core, with local vendors and services slated to benefit. To accommodate equipment trucks and set pieces, the city announced that parking restrictions will go into effect Sunday night throughout the historic Stockade District. Officials and the production team will coordinate on signage and alternate parking options. The project, backed by an independent studio, promises to showcase the city's distinctive architecture on screen. Residents can expect a modest influx of crew members over the next few weeks as the shoot moves through the neighborhood. The shoot is expected to last about 3 weeks, with most scenes set on Broadway and nearby streets.
An early morning wrong-way collision on the New York State Thruway near Coleman's left 3 people injured, authorities said. Police reports indicate a driver traveling opposite the flow of traffic entered the highway and struck multiple vehicles before the crash was brought under control. New York State Police responded swiftly, securing the scene and directing traffic while emergency crews arrived. The 3 injured occupants were taken by ambulance to a nearby hospital for treatment. No fatalities have been reported, and investigators are now examining the circumstances that led the driver to travel in the wrong direction. Officials reminded motorists that the thruway remains a high-speed corridor where adherence to posted directions is essential for safety. The investigation continues as authorities work to determine whether impairment or mechanical failure contributed to the incident.
New York health officials say hospitalizations for children after cannabis exposure have climbed sharply this year, sparking alarm across the state. Data released by the Department of Health show a noticeable rise in emergency room visits among patients under 18, with many cases linked to accidental ingestion of edibles or unintentional inhalation. Pediatric specialists warn that the potency of modern products and their appealing flavors make them especially dangerous for young users. The surge has prompted state officials to call for expanded education efforts targeting families, schools, and community groups, emphasizing safe storage and clear communication about the risks. While the exact numbers are still being compiled, the trend underscores a growing public health challenge that experts say must be addressed before the pattern worsens. Officials note that the increase follows the statewide legalization, which has expanded availability of high-strength products.
Small business owners across the United States have taken federal courts into their own hands, filing a series of lawsuits that challenge the sweeping tariffs imposed by the former president's administration. The legal filings argue that the double-digit levies placed on 60 trading partners threaten the viability of local firms that lack the scale to absorb such costs. Plaintiffs contend the duties, enacted earlier this year, exceed the authority granted to the executive branch and violate constitutional commerce protections. The cases, consolidated in several district courts, seek immediate injunctions to halt the duties while the challenges proceed. If successful, the suits could reshape the nation's trade policy and provide relief to the thousands of entrepreneurs who say the tariffs jeopardize their bottom lines. Courts are expected to hear the arguments in the coming months. Coming up, we'll explore the 6th annual New York Thoroughbred Aftercare Day honoring our retired racehorses, plus more local news. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Welcome back, everyone. That was a quick break. Up next, Diana Hartwell brings you the latest local stories, from downtown updates to community events.
Yesterday, the Saratoga Racecourse hosted the 6th annual New York Thoroughbred Aftercare Day, a celebration of the horses that have hung up their racing silks. Local aftercare groups took the stage to showcase the work they do for retired thoroughbreds, from pasture rescues to vocational training programs. Attendees, many of whom are longtime horse lovers, toured the historic track and listened to stories of the animals' second careers. Organizers said the event shines a spotlight on the importance of providing safe, dignified homes for horses after their racing days end. The day also offered families a chance to meet the equine stars up close, reinforcing Saratoga Springs' deep ties to the racing community. Officials thanked volunteers and sponsors for keeping the tradition alive and for supporting the welfare of these beloved athletes.
The 11th annual iRun local Churney-Gurney Trail race rolls out this Saturday, August 1st, at 9 a.m., inviting trail runners to tackle a 5-mile loop through Gurney Lane trails. The course snakes along single-track paths that wind through mature hardwood stands before looping back to finish just below the pavilion, offering spectators a clear view of the finish line. Organizers say the event highlights Saratoga's extensive network of local trails, giving runners a chance to experience the natural beauty that defines our area. Registration opened last month and spots filled quickly, reflecting growing enthusiasm for outdoor fitness among residents. Families are welcome to cheer from the pavilion, and local vendors will be on hand with refreshments. The race promises a spirited community gathering, showcasing the region's commitment to healthy, active lifestyles.
The Philadelphia Orchestra is extending an invitation to Saratoga's brass players for a public music-making session at the SPAC Amphitheater on August 20th. Musicians who bring trumpets, trombones, French horns, or tubas can join a collaborative performance that will blend the orchestra's seasoned sound with local talent. Check-in for participants starts at 12:45 p.m., giving players time to warm up before the afternoon's rehearsals. Organizers say the event offers a rare chance for community members to perform alongside world-class musicians without an audition. Audience members will be welcome to watch the joint rehearsal and a brief showcase later in the day. The gathering aims to foster musical exchange and bring fresh energy to the downtown arts scene. Families strolling through Congress Park can enjoy the melodies from the hillside, while nearby cafes plan special playlists. The orchestra hopes the collaboration will inspire more joint projects across the region.
Now let's turn to the forecast and see what tonight's weather has in store.
A weakening ridge and a northwest jet surge are tilting the evening toward a dry, unsettled night. On this date, the town's all-time heat peak hit 88 degrees in 2020, a late summer surge tied to a regional ridge that locked in hot air for a week. The cold extreme fell to 48 degrees in 2013, when a sudden Arctic blast slipped south behind a fast-moving trough. By contrast, the climate normal for today sits near 84 high and 54 low, so today's 84-degree high sits just below the record, but well above average. The live radar is empty across the Capital District, no rain echoes at any altitude. A falling pressure field and a strong northwest jet at 503 miles per hour aloft steer dry mid-level air over the region. With the surface ridge holding, lingering moisture evaporates before reaching the ground. That stable envelope will keep Saratoga Springs dry through the evening, and the map will stay clear as we turn to the outlook. It's 82 degrees, clear sky, humidity 43%, southeast breeze 4 miles per hour. A falling pressure field is slipping lower behind the jet stream that races northwest at 53 miles per hour at 5,816 meters, pulling cooler, drier air aloft. That fast upper-level flow also sculpts the thermal gradient, allowing the surface to radiate efficiently and push temperatures down through the early hours. The combination suppresses cloud development and holds the night dry. The UV index reads 7, and wind stays below 16 miles per hour, so no gust concerns. No weather alerts are active. As the night progresses, temperatures will dip toward 54, then hold steady until sunrise, setting up a calm, clear start for tomorrow. Looking ahead, Sunday night will stay clear with lows near 54 before sunrise. Monday brings an overcast sky and a high of 88, low 59 as a weak frontal boundary slides in, keeping clouds thick but dry. Tuesday's pattern shifts as a southerly flow lifts moisture, delivering a high of 88 and a low of 64 with a 30% chance of rain in the afternoon. Wednesday intensifies, rain becoming likely with a high of 82, low 66 and 75% probability, while the jet digs southward. Thursday stays cooler, high 73, low 63, light rain persisting and an 80% chance. Friday remains in the same cool band, high 70, low 63, light rain with a 70% chance. The sequence shows a progressive cooling and increasing rain chances through the work week. And that's your weather. Remember, the local sunset is also available as a podcast. Listen anytime on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts.
Up next, Traffic's Clear, we spotlight the Pearls USDA-approved upgrade and preview the Traverse Stakes Showdown. We will be right back.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
All major arteries are flowing freely this afternoon. 87 northbound near exit 32 is clear with no slowdowns. US Route 9 through downtown Saratoga Springs is moving at normal speed, and Route 50 east of the village shows no congestion. Saratoga Lake Road and the parkway around the lake are also free of traffic. With the rain gone and no accidents on the road, commuters can expect a smooth ride through the rest of the day. The only thing to watch for is the usual post-school rush around 3 o'clock, when traffic builds near the high schools and the downtown shopping district. Expect a few extra minutes on Saratoga Avenue and Union Street as families head home. Otherwise, keep your usual routes and enjoy the clear roads this afternoon. County Road 13 by Airport stays open with green lights, and downtown roundabout moves without delay. Amtrak runs on schedule eastbound at 5:30, and Metro Bus Line 2 is on time.
Guns N' Roses rocks the Saratoga Performing Arts Center tonight, joined by Public Enemy, a must-see for any classic rock fan. Just a stone's throw away, Tim McGraw and 49 Winchester take the stage at the same venue, delivering country hits that'll get the whole family singing along. If you're after a more laid-back vibe, head to the barn at Dancing Grain Farm Brewery for the Bands and Brews Festival, where local brews flow alongside live tunes. Later, Sunset Saturdays rolls into the Saratoga Casino Hotel, offering live harness racing, food trucks, and a festive atmosphere perfect for a Saturday night out. And if you're still roaming, the Saratoga County Fair is in full swing at the fairgrounds, offering rides, live music, and farm exhibits for all ages. Looking ahead, the summer keeps rolling. Mötley Crüe with Tesla and Extreme hits the Saratoga Performing Arts Center on July 29, promising a night of hard rock fireworks. And now here's James with sports.
Here's the latest on Saratoga racing, high school action, and regional teams. Off-Track Betting notes that the 157th running of the Traverse Stakes will take place on Saturday, August 29, at Saratoga Racecourse, featuring a Grade 1 purse of $1,250,000. The race remains the highlight of the summer meet. Horse Racing Nation released the full entry list and odds for today's Saratoga races, highlighting horses such as Counting Stars, Dendona, and Always a Runner. The information reflects the fields that competed on July 25, offering bettors a snapshot of the day's competition. The Saratogan reports that the Saratoga Springs High School Blue Streaks have secured recent victories across football, lacrosse, and softball, and have earned playoff berths this season. The multi-sport success underscores the program's momentum as the school heads toward the postseason. Sports Spider notes that Siena has announced 4 returning players for the upcoming 2026-27 men's basketball campaign, including Brendan Coyle and Isaiah Henderson. The continuity aims to build on last season's performance as the Saints prepare for non-conference play later this summer. Skidmore College's athletics page shared on Facebook highlights 2026 team news and schedule highlights, while also promoting a 25% discount on Thorthwear for student athletes. The post underscores the college's commitment to supporting its competitors across a range of sports. ESPN reports that the University at Albany released its 2026 football schedule, featuring a home game against New Hampshire on August 28 and an away contest versus Buffalo on September 3. The slate provides early season benchmarks for the Great Danes as they look ahead.
The Pearl, nestled in downtown Saratoga Springs, has just completed a sweeping upgrade to a USDA-approved production facility. The family-owned seafood spot, long known for its crisp oysters and locally sourced fish, installed state-of-the-art equipment under the new leadership of Marissa Perillo Ramen. With the renovated kitchen and expanded storage, the Pearl will roll out an even broader menu, spotlighting more regional harvests and offering seasonal dishes that reflect our Hudson Valley waters. This investment not only creates new kitchen jobs but also strengthens downtown's culinary corridor, drawing both locals and visitors alike. It's a clear sign of confidence in our local food economy. For many Saratogans, the Pearl is the table where community flavors meet familiar faces. And later, we'll celebrate the Saratoga County Fair's opening, where crafts, nostalgia, and community spirit bring smiles to all. Stay tuned.
If you run a venue, a comedy night, a concert, a fundraiser, you already know the hardest part isn't the show. It's selling the seats. Theaterfiller changes that. In minutes, you're set up with your own ticketing page, QR code delivery, and a door scanner. No technical headaches. No middleman taking a cut of your night. Your event, your tickets, your revenue. Go to theaterfiller.com and fill every seat.
Here on Main Street, just a few blocks from the historic Congress Park, the Waldorf School of Saratoga Springs has opened its doors to a summer that feels like a step back in time. Children from every corner of town are gathering under the shade of towering elms, trading tablets for twine, paintbrushes for pine cones, and screens for the simple joy of building a mud brick fort. I watched a carefully knot a willow basket while a chorus of giggles rose from the meadow where they're chasing fireflies at dusk. In the garden, a group of 8th graders sculpted clay into tiny animal figurines, their faces lit by the golden afternoon light and the scent of fresh earth. Parents linger on the porch, watching their kids trade stories around a low fire pit, eyes bright with the kind of connection that only unplugged play can spark. By the end of the week, a shy boy who barely spoke in class proudly announced he'd learned how to tie a fishing line all by himself, his grin widening with each word. It's moments like these that remind us how powerful a screen-free summer can be for our children and our community.
Here at the Saratoga County Fairgrounds, the scent of kettle corn and the hum of carousel music greet families as they wander past the familiar Midway. This year's fair, the 2026 edition, has added 3 brand new attractions that are already sparking excitement. First, a towering inflatable maze of glowing arches invites kids to crawl, giggle, and race the clock, while a sleek virtual reality barn lets visitors experience a day on a historic farm without leaving the Midway. The newest centerpiece, a 180-foot zip line that swoops over the Midway, lets teenagers and grandparents alike launch into the sky, their laughter echoing over fields. I watched a 5-year-old clutch the safety harness, eyes shining as she swooped past the Ferris wheel, then turned to hug her grandfather who cheered her on. That shared thrill, a moment of pure joy, captures why the fair feels like a hometown hug. Local artisans displayed handmade jewelry and homemade jams, while new Taste of the Hudson Pavilion offered apple cider and pretzel bites that drew crowds. It's moments like these that remind us why our community gathers here year after year.
Thank you, Saratoga Springs, for joining us on the local sunset. Tonight's look at the 6th Annual New York Thoroughbred Aftercare Day reminded us of the community's dedication to our retired champions. I'm Marcus Dunfield, and I'll see you tomorrow for more stories that matter to our hometown.